We're going to be taking a look at Septima from Mindclash Games. Hey, I'm Will. This is Cardboard Mint. This is a channel where we like to play solo board games, do some multiplayer content too, some discussions, plenty of reviews. Sometimes I have some guests on the channel to play games with. And right now we're going to be taking a look at Septima from Mindclash Games. And I will be playing through a solo game on, I believe, standard difficulty. Now, if you follow along, you will get an idea of how to play, but do note that there is quite a few differences between the solo game and the multiplayer game. So while you'll get a feel for it, I will try to kind of explain what the differences are as we come upon them, and explain kind of how to play while we're playing the game. So you'll get a good feel for what that's like. I'll play through a whole game, and then we'll give my review at the end. So, in Septima, you are playing as competing witch covens who are trying to avoid persecution while also building friendships and allies in the town by healing people from their ailments. You know, the more you heal and the more you do, the better that you will be liked by the town, but you have to watch out for witch hunters that will be continuously after you in order to kind of catch you and put you on trial. Now, this is a action selection game, and largely driven by a bunch of cards. There is two modes to the game. There's like an easy mode and a full game mode, which is shown by this swirly Triskel symbol. And you can only play solo in the advanced mode. So if we head down the board here, we'll see that in the standard mode or the easy mode, there are a couple less different options for city tiles. This large track will not be here, which will simplify things a lot. The player board will be a little simpler. We will not have the magic cards, and some of the action cards will also change a little bit to create a more streamlined experience. Now, you will notice right away, if you've seen this game before, that playing in solo is a little bit different. We have spiders, because we have an evil witch who is kind of looking at corrupting the land and turning people against, the friendly witches, like my group here. And to do that, she has spiders who are trying to catch me. So this is how the opponent kind of adapts to solo play, and it kind of keeps you on your toes, because you don't want to be near the spiders. And we'll come to that when we get to her turn. I'm pretty well set up here. I've done a draft for some starting witches. Now, each witch in my coven here will allow me to score based on his randomly selected Book of Divinations, which is essentially some endgame scoring. So I can score up to 4 different ones, one for each witch that I have. I start with 2. I could lose some. Well, I hope I don't, but I could if I get caught. Or if I reach the top of the suspicion track. But also, if I participate in the witch trials and try to rescue witches, they will come and join me. And that's how you gain more. And of course, the opponent will be doing the same. So they're very limited. Now, let's get into a turn. The flow is shown on the board here. Before we start, also, I need to get starting resources. So each player is given 2 random cards, and you decide how to overlap and place them next to your potions card here, and it tells you you got 3 of these, 2 of these, and 1 of these. So I've already gained those resources. I have 1 starting potion, which is a calming potion, which will allow me to lower my suspicion by 2 or move a hunter to an empty hut. That might save my bacon. Now for the sake of being a little more visually appealing or easy to see on camera, I have laid down the hunters, so I'll just have to remember if in the rulebook I have to lay them down. Spiders, I'll probably forget if I don't, so I will have to stand them up after they move, but you can kind of see where they are here. And of course, I'll also lay down my person. Normally we would pick these in reverse draft, but I'm the only player here. I'm also not playing with the modules that come with the deluxe version, partially because you can't with all of them, like the omens, and I'm not playing with the shape-shifting, just to kind of show you what the main base game is. I will, however, include shape-shifting in my review at the end, so you can hear a little bit about what that's like. Now, I'm going to want to do some, obviously, brew some potions first. I have a fair number of resources. The only ones available right now are based on where the moon is. So here we have mushrooms and blueberries. So right off the bat, I could probably, I guess I have crystals that are wild. I can gain mushrooms, I have blueberries, so I could make, well, I guess none of the healing potions. I could make some flying ointment that might allow me to get away. But I would really like to get some of these leaves and things for making other potions. But that's not going to happen this round, unfortunately. But I do want to start healing people if I can. I can brew with one less ingredient if I brew near this location. So maybe I'll start close to there somewhere and hope that I won't get caught. But I also won't be able to get in those resources. So maybe I'll start in here, somewhere a little closer. That should be good because then I could brew based on these guys. And there's some, oh, you know what, I'll go right in here. All right, I think that's a good starting position. I'm far enough away from spiders, they're not going to catch me right away. Hopefully. I won't necessarily see what the Widow's going to do. The Black Widow is the evil witch. And first, we're going to have to select which card. So I have a series of cards to do. Now, if I match cards with another player or with the Widow, I will raise suspicion, but I also get to move up on this track. I'm going to start, I get to choose where I start here, so I'm going to pick maybe there first, because I'll probably go do some brewing maybe right away. Brew up to 3 potions, and I can brew, if I do match, which I very well might here, just so happens that the Widow has her first of 2 random cards. It allows her to brew. Now, there will be a selection die, so there's a bit of a chance there. I can force the chance by using some of these special negotiation cards. So the AI for solo allows you to have these special negotiation cards to kind of force the decision a little bit. And now this is different than in multiplayer, obviously, because multiplayer you can talk openly, and you also are not beholden to your decision until you're ready to flip the card. So I could force that. Reducing the cost would be really helpful right now. So I could make her cooperate. I'm not cooperating with the Septima. So the Septima is essentially the old wise witch who is kind of watching your deeds and wants you to take over her place as the leader later on. So right now she has these scales and the broomstick, which don't really match with anything I want to do right now. I would love to brew some potions. That's kind of the name of the game. So do I force it right off the bat? I only have so many of these. Cooperation, information. Well, you know what? Sure. Why not? So I'm going to use her cooperation card, meaning I get to pick which one will be used. I've got a fair amount of low suspicion right now, so I'm okay of gaining a little bit. Now, we're going to force the brew. I'm going to pick the brew card myself. All right, so we've selected. I can do 1 free movement if I want to, but with Serena, my witch here, if I don't cooperate, I can do an additional movement. I'm actually not even going to move at all, because I think I'm right where I need to be. And I'm going to do the brew action. And so this is when I'm brewing. Is that any potions? Yeah, when I'm brewing potions, I can spend 1 less ingredient. I'm also matching. So let's head down here. I am matching. So that means whenever I match with an action, I could move up if that's one of the next matching symbols. So I'm going to go there. However, because I'm matching, I'm going to raise suspicion. All right. I guess that happens afterwards. And I got to play my card. So we're up to 3 potions with a discount here and discount on the card. So let's make, I think 2 of these blue potions is probably ideal. So we'll spend 2 skulls and make 2 of these paralysis remedy potions for those 2 blue ones nearby. It's probably ideal. I need somewhere to put this. Let's put it over there. It's kind of hard to fit everything on the camera. This is a big game for one of my Clash's kind of medium weight games. It's quite large. And I can brew 1 extra potion, which maybe... Do I want a blindness remedy, or do I want to go for something useful? Another calming potion could be good. A flying ointment may allow me to escape. Sure, you want? Let's make this beneficial, or take advantages while I can. So let's make a flying potion. They're also worth 3 points each at the end of the game, so that's not too bad. I only have 1 ingredient left. All right, so I took a suspicion. I went up on the Driscoll track here, and now it's time to. Here, let's get rid of these cards. There we go. So that's the end of the round. All right, so now it's time to see how far they move. Now I am not in a region. Oh, sorry, I guess she has to do it too. The Widow raises her suspicion by 1, and she matched, so it goes up by 1. The Widow heals the closest patient adjacent to a shadow zone if possible. Sorry, I almost forgot to do one for things. So, shadow zone, there is patients in the shadow zone. Well, I guess I would have known that would have happened. Okay, so she's going to heal a patient, which is fortunate for me, because I won't get to do that. And she did match. So that was risky. I probably hurt myself there a little bit, because I won't be able to heal multiple things at once. Heal up to 2 adjacent patients. Yeah, I guess I probably could have brewed a different potion instead. Since if I would have read closely, I would have looked at that first. So let's do a little take backseat here. Nope, I guess I can't. Okay, never mind. It's good. So I do have a power I could use. My starting magic power is Dream Powder. Move a hunter to an empty hut and set it inactive. I think I'm good here. 1, 2, 3. I don't think they can get me, even if I roll pretty high. So her spiders are also going to move 1 towards me if they're in the region of her movement. So the AI has this little gray chart that shows kind of where things move. And now we're going to roll for the hunter. We roll a +2, so it's 5. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't reach me. Thank goodness, that was not a good roll either. Oh, no, sorry, he's not even in my zone. I am sorry. It's a little hard to see the zones sometimes, so I have no hunters in my zone. So instead, we skip over here, and next hunter, counterclockwise, moves into my zone and lies down, meaning he won't activate this round if there were other players there. Okay, and now we advance the moon here. We change the matchy for the Septima. Whoops. To time 1, we add 2 more patients. Or 1 more patient, I think. And let's going to be blue. So he's going to enter in over here. Fill up areas to 4 patients in a 2-player game. Says this counts as a 2-player game. Also, remove all angry citizens from the crowd. Oh, that's season sequences. Okay, moon phase. Refresh. Discard healed patients. Okay, never mind. So new one doesn't come out. Advanced moon phase marker. Okay. All right. I think we are good now. Let's see. She's going to either move or chant. I would like to heal. I can't brew anymore unless I use my remember card. Then I would match with the Septima, but I'm not going to advance anywhere here. If I move, I'll gain suspicion and I'll advance. But I don't want to move all spiders in additional space. But if I move up to 3 spaces, your leader collect an adjacent ingredient. That could be good too. Yeah, I already need some more ingredients. Do some healing. So maybe I'll chance it and match. Alright, we'll see if that works out for me. Okay, now let's see what happens here. She's going to do a top card of her deck. Ritual. Discard all spells from the bottom row. Remove a negotiation card in your hand from the game. Okay, alright, so let's start with my move ability. I could do one standard move, and then move 3 spaces and collect an adjacent ingredient, even if it's not in season. So I'm going to go over here and grab a green. I didn't match, so I could have moved an additional. I also could have forced it with Martha, but that's a lot of suspicion. Alright, and so she is going to do... Oh, I'm not matching. Discard all spells from the bottom row. So these are going to refresh at the end of the next round. Remove a negotiation card in your hand. Let's see if I get to choose. So I'm going to remove a delay. Okay, that is next on her agenda. And didn't do anything to raise suspicion, so the hunters are not going to come after me. Her spiders, however, will come after me in these regions. There's only 1 there, so it's going to move here. And there's none over here. Okay. And I don't believe she will come after me with spiders that are outside of those ranges. Drain Trials, no Shadow Zones. Spider Scuttle. Yeah, so pretty much just if she's not in a zone, then they don't come after me. Alright, so I'm safe there for now. So my move card is done. And these... Oh, wait, no, I matched with the Septima. What am I talking about? That's that symbol. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, back up. So I can move anywhere. I gain a crystal instead. I do match the Septima, so that goes up by 2. And I match, so it goes up here. And they're not coming after me, but they're going to rotate. And they're going to come and join. Where are we? We're in red. They're going to come and move over here. All right. Sorry about that. I totally forgot that I did match here. All right. So in a round, this gets replaced. Heal patients get removed. These guys stand up, and we rotate over here. All right. So She has no collect ingredients. There's no collect ingredients. Maybe we'll collect some ingredients now. It's probably a good time to do that. I'm not quite in the ideal place to gain that. It'd be better down here, but I don't want to get caught. So let's do collect ingredients. All right. Let's see what she rolls. A 1, so she's going to chant. All right, so collect all adjacent linear ingredients. I can move 2 because I didn't match anything with Serena. So let's go 1. Is she going to move extra? No. 2. All right, so I'm going to gain everything that's in season, which is just the 2 leafy things, leafy greens. And okay. And that one's done. Oh man, my suspicion's getting pretty high. And let's see, she's going to raise her suspicion by 1. Okay, she didn't match with anybody. And I did not attract attention, so I don't have to roll. And then we're going to advance this. Move this over here. And go back. All right, next round. What do I need to do? Collect is gone. I could do some more. Oh, did I forget her spiders? No, she had no spiders in that area. I could remember. I might get hit by a spider if I try to collect here. Involves spiders of 1 space, so if she rolls a 1, she's going to hit me. If she recruits, yeah, that's not good either. Lower your suspicion by 2. Chanting could be good, so I don't move up here. Recruits. I might match with her and recruits. Since I need to do that anyways. And we're getting close to the end of the round. So let's do a recruit. Roll for her is a 2. Okay, she is matching me. I can move up to 1 space. So let's move away from the spiders. I don't want to get caught by those. And I'm out of range of this guy. And let's see. So recruits and a loyal citizen to the crowd. And I match. So I also get a crowd pick. So I can either untap a card, get an ingredient of my choice, move 4 spaces, or lower suspicion. I think at this point, I mean, lowering suspicion is pretty good. I have some cards and things that allows me to get around this a bit so I don't get caught. So maybe lowering, maybe getting an ingredient for more brewing would be ideal. Okay, here. What am I going to need? I got leaves, mushrooms. Yeah, maybe we'll grab a mushroom. Okay. Okay, so she is going to do, let's see where she recruits. So choose the first possible option. +2 curses into the crowd, +2 curses into the trial chamber, or +1 widow suspicion. So she's going to add 2 to the crowd, and then she matches. She puts another one in. Holy moly, that's a lot. All right, but I get to go up here because I matched. I raise suspicion. She raised suspicion, and spiders move. Stand up. And oh, was I not? You know what? Did they start lying down? Then they start laying down. I don't think I was able to collect from that spot because the spider was laying down there. Forgot that too. Oh man. There's lots in this game. Alright, so move up here, and I also get a card, and it's going to be a green card. So I can take either Ethereal Song lowers suspicion by 2. You may spend a crystal to lower suspicion by additional 2. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, okay. So there's no hunter here, so hunter is going to come around and it's going to come after me next time. Alright, this is going to move. Next one, and we're going to go up here. Pass this card over. And what am I going to do? I'm definitely going to use my Saw on this turn, because I got to lower my suspicion so I don't get dinged. I could go Remedy, but I can only do 1 right now, so that's not ideal. I could Remember and make potions. I can't really get close enough to get the discount. Let's see what she might do. So she's got to Remember and move. I could match with Remedy. With Heal. I would only get to heal 1. But I would match. So that seems like not a bad option. I'm going to heal. Alright, so let's see what the is going to do. It's a 1, so she's going to move. And she's going to move all spiders. Alright, that's fine. So I... Oh no, I can't match enough. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I did match with her, so I can't actually heal. Oh boy. I'm going to get my 1 movement, and that doesn't put me within range. It only puts me within range of the hunter. I never got a green one. That was not a good move. Can I get an additional... Oh, you know what? I got the wing boots. I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to wing boot it. And fly over here. So now, at least, I am connected. And so I'm going to heal, use a blue potion to heal the blue patient. They would normally stay until the end of the round, or end of the turn, or round rather, so multiple people can heal the same person at the same time. But I'm just going to do it. Getting a crystal, and okay, we'll get back to matching after. She is going to move all spiders 1 space towards my leader. Move the one furthest from you an additional space. Okay, not ideal. I matched the Septima, so we're going to move up there. And I'm going to lower my suspicion by 2 and use the crystal to lower it by an additional 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm already back down in the beginning. That's not too terrible. Okay, and let's see. I am under suspicion. Red. So this guy is coming after me, but he's only moving two spaces. He can't get me. And then we move on to the trial. All right. So trial resolution. So place anger citizens into the crown based on all player suspicion tracks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's not good. Okay, put the citizens into the bag. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Definitely don't have enough people. And she's got a lot of suspicion, so it's not ideal. Yep. Man. Alright. So just make sure I don't mess anything up for the AI when it comes down to the trial. Okay, it's not until she has crowd picks that matters. All right. So we're going to draw until it is full. Ooh, first place. Red. Nope. Purple. Red. This is not looking good. Red. Red. Oh, there's no chance here. And that's it. Okay, so there's fewer or equal loyal than angry citizens. Yes, we failed. So which child is exiled? Return them from the box. That is too bad because he had a great power. I would have enjoyed having him. Return all citizens in the chamber and bag to the crowd. All right. So everyone goes back to the crowd. That is not ideal. There is no second trial, so we move on. This is okay. I think the angry ones we can technically get recounted later. Great. Let's see. They only had. So they had 2, so she does not get any bonuses. Picks for having 2 citizens in the crowd. So yeah, nobody won. That was not a great resolution. All right, sequence. So we're gonna add a new next round, which we're gonna move over here. This guy is gonna come out in the lowest number. We're gonna add a new witch on trial. We have Berta. If you heal 2 different ones, you can move up. That's pretty nice. This is going to come in here. These guys we're going to shuffle up again. And first 2. And then we're going to go to remove all angry citizens. Place 1 in each patient that wasn't healed. So these guys are angry that I could not help them out. Fill up the town to 4 patients for a 2-player game. And we have blue. And next blue. And you make some more potions. Alright. Choose action, and I believe the first player. No, I think I'm always the first player. Anyways, so that goes there, and on to next round. So we'll shuffle up the Black Witch's trials, her cards here. So I've healed 1 person. That's it. Okay, 1, 2, chant and ritual. Whoops. Yeah, make sure I shuffle these really well. Okay, so we have no brewing. We can brew safely and move to 1, 2, so we can brew extra. I think brewing. Let's see, discount. I only have 1 discount. If I brewed right now, that's probably 1, 2. I take 2 things each, so I could brew 1 thing, 2 things. Yeah, I can't really brew that much right now. Maybe I better move and collect. I could get blueberries. That's probably good. Move. It's not going to match with anybody, so I'm going to do a move. Let's reset here. And, alright, she's chanting. And I'm going to go 1, 2 here and collect a blueberry, which I will need for brewing. Okay, and she's going to raise her suspicion by 1, so she hits the top, and I believe she loses a witch, and I think that's just kind of how she works. She just keeps burning witches. If there's any witches on her player board, place them in the second trial chamber. And reset her position to 2. Okay, super weird, but I guess nobody likes her. So she loses a witch in the second chamber, so we're going to have 2 trials next. I need to get some people in there. That's going to be important. And then that's it. Move down. Let's see, nobody got suspicion. Don't have to roll, because it didn't match. And we're going to bump these, reveal the next one. Use the candle, and move this down. Okay, so now I need to brew. I'm not going to match with anybody, but that's probably fine. And she is going to draw the top card. This could be risky. Oh, it's a brew! Okay. Alright, so that's both good and bad. Alright, so I can move 1. Oh, this is within range 1 of her spider. Oh, and that spider's gonna move. I can't do it. I gotta move away. So I can't get that discount because I matched, so I can only move 1. And her spiders are gonna move because this region they're moving, so it's gonna be trouble for me. So I can move 1. I do get a discount on 1 potion, so at least I get that. I raise suspicion because I matched. And we are I need to diversify some healing here. So let's go blueberry and discount pink potion. And what do we have here? We have another pink potion, or I could do, let's do our herb and the mushroom for green potion. So 1 each of the healing potions. And then for a third, do I make something useful? 2 crystals. Well, I hate to do it, but maybe the flying ointment is pretty good. Okay. Alright. We have matched. So let's see what she does. So brew. So the widow raises her suspicion by 1. The widow heals the closest patient. Oh, again. That's killer. It goes up 1. Adjacent to a shadow zone. Yeah, so that's the shadow zone 1. And then her spiders in the shadow zone move. Okay. Alright, so we matched. I got suspicion. Nothing matches on track. I gotta roll dice here. Is it worth moving a hunter or do something? See, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 3. So as long as I don't roll a 2, I'm good. Oh, I forgot to get the that's what I matched. I'm supposed to have one of these guys, so that's a reroll. So let's try it. 0. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, so he can't reach me. We're good, we're good. So it moves down. Flips. She loses her brew. This rotates. And we're onto here. And I think this time I'm gonna have to heal. So I gotta get in there and heal some things. Healing doesn't match any of those, fine. Reroll. Oh, she's matching me with healing too. So let's see, I can only move 1. Is it worth to move anywhere? I think I'm gonna have to. Otherwise I'm not gonna get the heal. So I think I'm gonna have to move there. Use both the green and the pink. To heal both of those. So I get to move up on Triskel. I get to untap a card. That's excellent. And this lets me put one in here. Okay. And then she's going to heal the 2 closest patients. Oh yeah, I got a suspicion. Heal the 2 closest patients adjacent to the shadow zone. Okay, so they're also gone. They're multi-healed. Place a curse citizen from the crowd into the first chamber. Ooh, that's not good. So they get an instant win there. Oh, hold on. I matched. So technically, I didn't. No, I moved up there. Okay. That is that round. Let's rotate. Oh, the hunters. Oh, I keep forgetting. Okay, and that and her spiders. There's no spiders in that zone. Hunters. Hunters are going to come after me by 1 less. They can't reach me anyways. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't get me. No, what am I? I'm in yellow. Yeah. Okay. Move on. There, there, and there. So I've healed 2. That's good. No more blues. What am I going to do next? I could collect ingredients. I could match the Septima, but that's a lot. But then I would collect 1 adjacent non-lunar ingredient. That could be handy. If I go here and collect, I gain 2 things. But then I don't match, so I can't get there. Let's see, I could just I could just heal here, but then I don't get the bonus, and I want the bonuses. Ritual collecting, brewing, and scales. What do the scales do again? They are pleading. Send a loyal citizen from the crowd into a trial chamber and score 2 wisdom from the crowd. So that's essentially doing this. I'm pre-setting one in. I think I'm going to instead recruit, because I need to get more people in there to up my odds. Okay. 1, she's doing ritual. So recruit, send citizen into the chamber. And I'm going to, I want little reds in there as possible. So I'm going to lower 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's better to wait until I have a crystal, I think. It's probably better. Alright, so ritual. Oh, I never said these discard all spells, but I never took those off. Not like it really matters right now, but I should have set those up at the beginning of the round. Keep forgetting things on when I'm playing. This happens every time I play play solo. I'm too busy trying to convey what I'm doing in my brain through words, so you can hear what I'm doing, and then I end up missing the rules. It happens all the time. And I need time to just sit and not talk. Talking is hard. Alright. So ritual, discard all spells. Remove a negotiation card from your hand. Let's get rid of the information. And she doesn't match with anybody, so that is fine. Fine. Okay, nothing matches, so nobody comes after me. These bumps. No one comes out. Go over here. This is the last before the trial. So this is my chance to do stuff. How do I get crystals? I have to go pretty far to collect. I'm getting crystals. 1, 2. No, I can't really get anywhere. Oh, did I move the spiders last time? Spiders 1 and Not in it yet. Oh, no. I can collect celluloses from the crown to a chamber and score 2 wisdom. That would allow me to get there a little bit easier. Chance, lower my suspicion by 2. That would be helpful. Remember, I can remember. Maybe recruit again. She's going to remove all spiders of 1 space towards my leader. Move the one furthest from the leader an additional space. That's risky. Because if she matches me, it's move spiders an additional space. So then I lose points. Which I only have. You start off with 14 in the solo. So I don't really want to get caught that quickly. So maybe I'll try not to match her. Move a space sideways. So I could just do a ritual, advance a space on a track, and just move up. Doesn't sound like too bad an idea. It's pretty safe. So I'm going to do a ritual. And the AI is doing collect. Alright, move a space. Lay down all spiders and now guard the adjacent spaces. Okay, I'm gonna come out here. Alright, and then my ritual. Let's move up this way. And then she's going to lay down all her spiders. So now they are protecting me, or protecting her, stopping me from collecting resources around those. Oh, I didn't match. I could have moved 2. Oops. These are gone because I healed those people. So I could have moved up here, which would be good. Okay, so that is done. Done. I didn't cause any suspicion, so nobody's going to come after me. And we are back to the trial. Alright, so anger citizens. We are adding in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Feel like somebody is going to get rescued this time. Hopefully. There. Okay. Anger citizens in the bag. First chamber. Angry. Start off with the witch. Oh, more corrupted. That's not good. It's one of mine. Angry. It's one of mine. So we are all tied up. Okay, so there's more loyal than angry citizens. Success. The player with the most loyal citizens in the chamber, which there's tied, scores 3. So ties are broken by closest to here. So the evil witch is going to get 3. Does that discount from mine? Spider shows trials. Yeah, so I lose the wisdom instead. So that's how the AI works. Is I have to essentially stay positive, and she takes away my wisdom. Alright, and then adds the Witch on Toddler Coven. So she gets that. It's not good for me. But then she recalls 2 citizens, which is good for me. Alright, so if there is a witch in the second chamber, repeat steps 2 to 5. So put citizens in the bag. And let's go up here. I have a chance of winning this one. Maybe. Oh, maybe. It's not. Oh, this is not good. The next, like, 2 need to be mine. 1. Oh, Oh, okay. So we're 3 and 3. What happens if we get one more? Oh, it is mine! Alright. So that's even better. So now I get 3 points. So I get my points back, please, and thank you. And let's see, Nicholas is mine. So this is whenever I collect, I can just brew a potion. Paying for it, of course. And then recalls 2 loyal citizens. Also had 3 citizens there, so I get a pick. And I think my pick is going to be an ingredient. Probably a good idea, so I can brew lots. Because I haven't tapped anything. Suspicion, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could lower suspicion. We'll do that. I'm about to gain. Oh, I'm not about to gain. Yeah, I am about to gain some stuff. No, maybe not. Okay, you know what? Let's take resource. Something that I have a hard time getting around these parts, like a mandrake root. Okay. So that is the trial. Still got a couple in there. That's good for future rounds. And I have my 3rd witch. That's great. Okay. Next round here. Shuffly, shuffly. There. Get all my cards back. Shuffle this, shuffle that. There is no leftover patience, so nobody gets anything. We add a new witch to the chamber. Sophie is on trial. We gotta fill up the town up to 4. So we have 1 right now. Okay, 2, 3. They kind of fill up clockwise. 4. Alright, shuffle symptom markers. Okay. And we are on to the next round. It's flowing along pretty well now. Okay. Heal, move. We have no collect. I need to collect pretty badly. So let's go collect. Alright, roll 2. She's moving. Not matching. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, and collect everything around it. That is in season, so we're going to get a blueberry and a mushroom. And since I'm collecting next to this thing, I can grab 2 more resources. So let's see here. Blueberry and mandrake. Mushroom and a leafy thing. And then we need 1 more thing. Skull. Let's get a skull. There's 2 blues, so maybe I can get one of those. Okay. We're pretty far away, though, so we'll see what happens. So that's collecting. Now she's moving. Move all spiders 1 space towards your leader. Move the one furthest additional space. So 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Cycle, cycle. Oh yeah, sorry. No suspicion was raised, so they'll get chased my way, which is just fine by me. I would love to get a crystal. Let's see what the next thing is. Fly. Maybe I'll remember. No, it's not really worth it. If I tie for move, I can get a crystal. But then I'm... Oh, you know what? I'll move up there. You know what? That is fine. I'm going to move. Whoop. Okay, they're healing. All right, move. So I match with a Septima, so I can move to any space and gain a crystal. Now they are going to come after me. As the spiders moving... Oh, I forgot to move the spiders last time. So the spider would have moved an additional spot. Okay. We're going to go anywhere I want. So let's go over here so I can brew maybe more easily. And gain a crystal, which I'm going to immediately use to lower my suspicion by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I am gaining suspicion from matching. If I get to go up here, it's going to cost me a resource. Maybe that skull I got earlier. And I get to pick a card. This might be a good time to pick on these in-game scoring cards, which there are. Sorry, I almost forgot to put some down here again. So there's only 2 of each scoring card type. So score 2 is going to lower your suspicion this season. Oh, I guess I could have done that after. So you want? I'm actually gonna take that. It has to be green, so I'll take that first, and I'll use it before I lower suspicion. So I get 2 points. Let's go plan that out right. So that is good. Once per season, or just is activated. Season move goes over here. We can still see it, and she's going to heal. It heals the 2 closest patients adjacent to the shadow zones. So those 2 are going away. Okay, doesn't match anybody. That's good. Now I did create suspicion, so I'm going to have to roll -2. Those go up to +2, so he can't. There's no way he can hit me. He's moving 1 space, negative 1 spaces. So I am totally safe. Now we're on to rotate ingredients. I think it is time to do some brewing. Let's see what shows up. No brewing. Okay, we need to brew. Well, I've got a blue already. See, I think I'm pretty safe from the spiders right now. I'm at a good spot for brewing, so that's what I'm thinking about it. Let's brew, baby, brew. 1. He's recruiting. All right, I can move 2 spaces. I'm not going to move at all. I'm totally fine next to that spider. If I go closer, I lose a point. And if he lands on me, I lose 5 points. So I don't want to do that. No, I lose a witch. Alright, so we are brewing up to 3 potions. One of them is going to be at a discount. So if I have a blue, maybe we'll make a pink potion. Is a blueberry and a mandrake. Oops. For a pink potion, this little handy pot thing is great. And then for the discounts, I'll use a green and... No, I'll just use a mushroom. And I'll make a green potion as well. So I have some options. Alright, done. Alright, he's recruiting 2 curse citizens to the crowd. Well, overnumbering me there. And they're not matching. And the spider over here is going to move. I didn't cause any suspicion, so I'm not rolling. Definitely cause a lot more suspicion in multiplayer because you get multiple people, especially like 4-player. You're flipping over a lot of cards and a lot of things are showing up. All right, moving on. I guess I could go and heal, but they're pretty far. I have to move. Gotta get around all these guys. This is messy. Oh yeah, this moves over. Do I want to climb up there? Collect enchant? No. I might just stay. He's in yellow. I might just stay where I am and recruit. Oh no, recruit is not matching. Okay, I'm going to recruit. One. I'm going to stay. Maybe I'll move over here. One. Sure, I'll move over there. One. I'll recruit a loyal citizen. I did not match, so I don't get a crowd pick. And then he's going to, or Witch is going to discard. The Evil Witch is going to discard all of the cards and remove a negotiation card from my hand. Let's get rid of delay. Haven't used those a whole lot. And then spiders are going to move in the red zone here or up here. So he's going to move one. All right, switch. Switch the last round before the trial. I might remedy. It's probably a good idea. I probably should just remedy. Wait, let's just see what shows up. Collection. Ooh, I could collect mandrakes and mushrooms, but then I would match. And he might come and get me. And get some good ingredients. And I'd go up there. Did I use my... Oh, I already used my collect. Oh, my remember is a double match. Ugh. That's 2 suspicion. And there's no remember up there. Okay, no, so I can't do it. Let's remedy, heal. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little angry first. Plead. It's probably a good idea. Each time I lower suspicion, I get 2 points. I forgot that. Let's do a chant. And hope I don't get caught. 2. Okay. No, she's not chanting. No chanting. Alright, lower suspicion by 2. And each time I lower suspicion this season, I get 2 points. So that is excellent. That also means less reds in there, so I have slightly higher chance. She's going to lay down all spiders. They're now guarding their spaces. The spider's moving. Okay. Oh, and she matched, so she gains suspicion. Alright, I think that I didn't match anybody, so I don't raise anything, so we're good. Let's move on to the trial. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a feeling purple's going to win this. But you never know, I might get lucky. It is a bag builder. Things happen. Alright, 1. Purple, that's not a good sign. Orange. Red. Ooh, orange. Red. Oh, this might actually go my way. Purple. Oh, no. Purple breaks ties because they're closer to the front. So I lose 3 points. Ah. Darn. And she gets that. And I don't even get a pick because I only have 2 guys there. Over call 2. And then these guys will go home. Call it a day. All right. That is the end of the round. Let's see here. All right, don't forget to reveal these. That is gone. Shuffle these guys. I haven't healed much this game. This is not working in my favor. 1, 2, and over here, and there. So this is the final round of the game. Alright, so we gotta redraw some things. Oh, the spiders are just the worst. 1, 2. That's terrible. Okay. Now let's see here. What is trending? Plead and that. So she's going to gain suspicion. I need to do some healing, maybe even brewing first. Is she healing anybody? She's not. Brew. Can I brew a blue? I can brew a blue, and then I can go heal those two. Maybe we'll do that. I'm going to brew. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm going to brew. Recruiting. So I'm going to move up here. Oh, no, sorry. Down here, because I need a discount. Brew a blue. Lots of potions. And then I don't match. And let's see. Choose the first possible option. 2 curses into the crowd. These red ones are gone. Okay. And then this spider is moving. Ugh. Is that right? Yes. Alright. Did not match with anybody. So that goes. And we have a new one. It's moving. Okay. I need to heal. Where is that heal? Okay. 3. Ooh, wild card. Brew. Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, did she match last time? She did match. So it's getting suspicion. Okay, we are going to heal 2 patients. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and lose a point. Oh no, the spider's gonna... If I did it... Oh man, okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to do it. Because I got goals. 2, I need 2 green, 5 different ingredients, 4 potions, 2 in the crowd. Okay, alright, fine. We'll go there. Use my 2 blues. I don't know how many goals I'm going to be getting. 2 blues to heal both of those. So she's not healing, so they're going to be gone. And I get 2 ingredients and 2 crystals. So let's get a blueberry and a mushroom. No, mushrooms are gonna come up in a bit. Leafy things. Okay. So heal 2 patients. And then, yeah, so choose the... Wait. No, I was... Wait, which one did she roll? 3. This is my second card. Oh, okay, never mind. It's brew. So the spider is going to go there, so I only lose 1 point. For some reason I was thinking plead. But it's a 3. So plead, Widow raises suspicion by 1. Brew, okay. That's not as bad as I thought. I was not caught or anything. So we are good there. Move over. Remedy, okay. Let's do... I need more to move. I need to fly. But I don't know if I can fly. I've already... When I collect, I can brew. Ooh, okay. What's on now? Those guys. I'm gonna collect 2. He's moving. Okay. So they don't match, so I can move 1. What's in season? These guys. 1, 2. Then we're gonna go 1, 2. And what do I want for fly potion? Fly potion is blueberries and mushrooms. That's not what I need. One, 2. I guess I'll just get 2 greens. Ugh. It's not matching my endgame scoring. Is there any trade options I can do? No. 1, 2, 1, 2. No. It's just the wrong season for it. 2. I could just get a... Well, I already have one though, so I'm going to get a skull. And I can brew 1 potion. So this is going to have to be my flying ointment. So I'm going to use 2 crystals for it. You can get a flying potion, because I need to be able to move anywhere to remedy those last 2. Alright, what's happening here? Move all spiders, 1 space towards your leader, move the 1 furthest from your leader an additional space. So, there, 1, 2, so I'm going to lose 2 points. I think they stack like that, I'm not really sure if they stack. I don't know, maybe someone can clarify that, if they stack or not. Okay. That is round. Come up here and we'll have very long left. Oh yeah, I didn't get any suspicions, so I don't have to roll. Alright, now we have to remember. Remember the heal is going to be key here. She's going to heal. Alright. We don't match, so remember. So first I'm going to fly. All the way over here. I'm going to remember the healing. Heal the 2 adjacent patients, so that's green and pink. And we get to untap a card and put a citizen in. And for untap a card, score wisdom each time you lower suspicion by 2. Sure. I guess. Okay, and then what's happening over here? The widow heals the 2 closest patients, so the same as me. Oh, which was green and pink. I think I've been forgetting to go up here. Something like that. Okay, and spiders move. No matchy, so that's it. And then last round. I've definitely been forgetting quite a few things on this game. There's a lot to keep track of. Alright, last round. It's not worth going up any higher. I could lower suspicion for 2 points. Do 3. What are the rest of my goals? 5 different resources. 4 potions. 2 greens healed, done. 2 in there, possibly. So can I get the last mushroom and drake? Well, you know, I can't collect anymore. Shoot. Move up to 3. Maybe if I gain a bonus, I might be able to get. So then, but I can't collect anymore. I haven't moved that one yet. Please. No. I think we're just going to move. And here we are pleading. So move 3 spaces and get ingredients. I'll just go over here. Wait. 3 and get a mandrake and hoping for a pick. So I can get 5 different things would be handy. I definitely don't have the 4 potions. Alright, so that is done. Pleading, choose the first possible 2 cursed citizens of the chamber. Ugh. Okay, there's even more there. She's not matching. Okay. That is it. Nobody matched. So nobody rolls. No suspicion. Okay. She's not adding a second leader, which would have been a good chance for me, but it's not happening. So we're on to the final trial of the game. And let's see what happens here. Where's the bag? Definitely does not look like I'm going to win here. We have 1 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't have very high hopes. I would love 3. That would be like a miracle if I won this and had 3 for a pick. Oh. Okay, purple. Red. Come on, orange. I need 3 oranges. Red, 3 oranges. Nope. Darn. This is not going well for me. There's 1 orange. And a purple. Alright, so we do not have... Whoops, where is it? Trial resolution. We do not have more loyal than angry. We're tied. Fewer or equal, so we failed. Darn. Switch trial is exiled. And then that is it. So instead of crowd picks, count the loyal citizens. I only have the 1, so nothing. Alright. So for AI scoring, it's a little bit different. I was really hoping on that last pick for a resource, because I didn't even meet that goal. It was terrible. Alright, where is she? Solo. Okay, end of game. Did not score wisdom for the 4 objectives in your book or divination. They'll matter. Oh yeah, they matter for the goals. So of the tribulations. Okay. So I met 1. I definitely have a couple guys in here. So having a couple in there is the first thing. So I meet 1. 2. Nope. Says 2. Have 4 witches in your coven? No. Sure, the widow has 3 or fewer? Yes, so that's 3. Reach the top ribbon? Not even close. And 42 points? No. So I've made 3. I needed 5 to win. So that was a fail. Big colossal fail. Didn't do so well. Also forgot a couple things. Well, that is the playthrough. Let's head back up and take a look. So, first, I'm going to say there's a lot to keep track of for the solo, which is always more difficult for me than play multiplayer. So, anyways, let's start with the review. All right, Septima. So this is one of my Clash's games, medium weight, as they would call it. But I would argue that even with, like, once you add in the enchantments and the tracks, this is maybe even arguably, on the heavier side of medium at least. Which, I mean, is not as heavy as their other games, which I do very much enjoy some of their other games. If you want to take a look at my top 10 or top 100, there are other titles on there. But it's definitely heavier than they kind of advertised with their medium line. And, I mean, I'm okay with that. It's definitely not going to be as approachable. You're not going to be able to grab this and play with just any gamer. This is not even Welcoming Plus. This is beyond that. Which, again, is fine, but it's not really as advertised. So, first, let's get down to production. This is the deluxe version from the Kickstarter. So it's got screen printed meeples and things. It's got in shapes. It's got the fancy game trays inserts. This like crazy potion tray for holding everything. It looks great, feels great, good quality. Just gorgeous components. Some like wood, shiny, gold stuff on there. It just looks very fantastic. The coins do not come with the game. They were an add-on. So don't expect the metal coins, but the cardboard ones are totally fine. So like production, my Clash always knocks out of the park. And especially when it comes down to art direction, their games are consistently the most cohesive in their art direction. And I really appreciate that, especially as a graphic designer and kind of creative producer. Professionally, not on YouTube here, but as a job, I can really appreciate how everything is tied together just so well, and the iconography is consistent and good, and the art and the graphic design is beautiful and well done and well illustrated. I really appreciate kind of how all of it comes together into a vision that is well executed. In terms of gameplay mechanisms, it's a little looser. There's kind of a sandboxy feel, but there's also a weird tightness to it. This resource circle with things coming in and out of season is kind of painful, because not only is it like a little more difficult to look around the map and see where all the resources you need are, but the fact that hardly anything produces ever. Because it only produces the two things that are next to the moon token. Resources are incredibly scarce in this game, and movement is also very hard. You're mostly moving just one space, unless you have some like special ability which lets you move farther. It is just extremely hard to do anything in this game, and it feels punishing in a kind of a bad way. Now, I get why they did that. The witch hunters, if you could just outrun them all the time, it would not be, it wouldn't be a fitting protagonist. They wouldn't be, as much of a threat after you. But because you only move in one space, if you're not matching, this is a player count thing now. At lower player counts, you have a higher chance of matching the Septima, but you know what she's doing. I found that playing at higher player counts, like up to the max 4, you were matching other players far more often, and you're far more likely to hit top of the track and get all those bonuses and magic cards and things. Even then, in the solo, you're far more likely to do that. I forgot to cash out my scores here, but she's taking me out. So it's far more likely to be able to do those things, but also the risk is much higher. There's more stuff chasing you down in the game, and again, you can't move very far, and other people are blocking your way. So, like, that part is fun. It's nice. It's cool to move around the board, but I do feel like the resources maybe just a little too tight, or at least a little too finicky. If I had to move to different resource depots or whatever, fine. But this wheel thing is tricky, a little bit annoying. You know, like, it works. It makes, you know, you have to time out your resources. I get that. Astra kind of did something similar. We had to kind of time out when in the rounds you'd be able to trigger refresh actions for their kind of maximum effect, which is like Astra is another one of their games. So I kind of get why they did that. It's just not necessarily to my taste. You might enjoy something a little tighter like that. So throughout the game, you feel like you don't get a whole lot accomplished, even though it's a pretty long game. And I feel like the length is exacerbated by the procedural aspects of the game. You know, like, you got to pick a card. You know, in solo, that's relatively easy. But you still got to do it. You still got to look at what, you know, you might possibly match with. When you're playing a multiplayer, I found there actually does become a little bit of a discussion over, okay, who's matching there, who's matching that, because sometimes you don't want to get caught and raise your suspicion, but sometimes you do want to raise it so that you can go up on that track. And working together, at least a little bit, you know, definitely lengthens the game anytime you add in some discussion. And then, you know, each person has to move and do their actions and resolve whether to get the bonuses because they matched with someone else. And then each person has to, like, roll and see if the witch hunters catch up with them or not. And then between rounds, you're possibly moving stuff around and flipping things over. And then, of course, the trial. So let's get on to the trial. I love the concepts of the witches. Have very cool powers. Getting them in your possession is very, you know, very strong. Really enhances your game. There's lots of neat abilities on there that really add to some of the efficiency and engine building kind of feel, which is probably really only like one of two arcs in the game. I mean, honestly, like, aside from adding just people, you know, getting witches kind of increases your engine building, but also getting magic cards, which you only get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You only get 3 in the game. There's not a ton to choose from, and you don't get to use them a lot either. But the fact that you only get 3 is very small engine building. And, you know, I was hoping for something with a little bit more of an arc, but this feels a little bit samey. So the witch trial. The witch trial, you know, bag building, love the bag building, the randomness is all cool, but because the spaces are so small, like have so few places in them, especially if you're playing at higher player counts, you could win with 2 guys in the bag, or just 2 that were pulled, and you could win one of those witches, and that's huge, right? Being able to score one more of your objectives to get an extra 10 or 20 points is a huge deal, and the ability, right? Getting all those things is a huge swing, and it's so important that it's and there may only be, you know, 2, you know, in a 4-player game, or, you know, 1 or 2 witches on trial out there per round or per season, and only 4 seasons. You know, you can't, like, your chances of even getting maxed out is very difficult. Like playing 4-player, not all of us were even able to do that. Some people lost witches because they got caught or something. And then, like, some people maybe got 4 but didn't satisfy all their goals. And it was a rare and difficult thing to do. And while that kind of raises a ceiling, you know, of the skill cap, the luck element of pulling from the bag just feels bad, unfortunately. Because you could have, and I've seen it, you could have every single one of your guys, of your meeples, in that bag, and someone else wins it with 2, and none of yours came out. Right, like, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's, I think it could be 2 per player and 2 angry citizens, you know, for example, pulled out, and someone wins it with 2. And it's happened, I've seen it. And it does not feel good when that happens and you've worked very hard to get there. So suffice to say, multiplayer is probably the best way to go here, because of the interactions of players and the dodging and things, but there's some caveats there, and you have to be okay with that randomness and with that luck and with those high stakes and in the longer game too. Now, as far as solo goes, solo is relatively easy to administer, despite I did make some mistakes and forgot to do some things. I find whenever I film videos, I am too distracted with thinking about what I'm going to say throughout the game and what I'm going to remember to say later on, because I'm not taking notes as I play. For review purposes, I've already, kind of had my notes aside and played multiple times, but solo is relatively easy to administer, but there's a few little niggling things that you got to watch out for. They did their best to streamline it. This is definitely one of the better Day of Turksey solos out there. It's less flowcharty than a lot of his solos, which I appreciate. But there's definitely still some finicky things to do. It is cool that it does try to replicate the multiplayer feel, because you can match with them, and they do get bonuses if you match too. You can influence their decision just like you could with a real player. You could, convincing them to pick the same action as you. You can make that happen, which is, as much as they're overlooked, the negotiation cards are very interesting in a game with negotiation. The fact that you can kind of do little mini-gamey ways to manipulate that, but there's also cards that make you lose those, so that you lose your ability to negotiate as you play the game. So that's very interesting how that works, and you get some prediction of what they're going to do, but not entirely. There could be a wild card in there, depending if they rolled a 3 and top decked or something like that. It might throw things off a little bit. And the nature of the soul does teach you to work for goals, because it's not about the score, it's about meeting certain objectives. And you could have a terrible score, but meet all the other objectives and do great. So, that is interesting. There's some variety in there. Again, I would have preferred something like the splatters were maybe a little bit too punishing with how much they take away from you and how much they block your movement on the board, which the movement is already so small. Maybe, that may be a little bit too much. But, it's still well done and does a surprisingly good job to replicate a human player. Now, let's get into the Animals and Omens mini expansion. I forget what it's called. So Omens add essentially events that happen. I would suggest leaving them out, but, they add a little bit of randomness if you want it. And now the animals, right? Like the orange player can turn into a squirrel or a fox. This replaces your chant card, I believe, which is a way to lower suspicion. So instead of lowering suspicion through chanting, you have a series of animal tiles, which you have to decide your animal to start a game. And you essentially transform into an animal. And that you need to spot on your kind of witch board in order to place the animal. And while you're the animal, your actions are limited, and each animal is different for each player, so there's some asymmetric things going on here. And while you're an animal, your suspicion is going to naturally be going down whenever you don't match. So instead of having to play a chant card to lower it forcibly, you just run around as an animal collecting, resources and doing things, but having a very limited number of cards you were allowed to play, but you don't get caught. You literally can't get caught by as an animal from the witch hunters. So you can kind of freely run around and do some stuff and collect things without risking that. So I think I would, especially for multiplayer, I would probably always recommend using the animals. Not only are they fun, but they do provide a bit of that release valve, like, oh no, I'm going to get caught next turn. I better turn into an animal and run away. And it removes some of the punishing aspect, right? Getting caught by a witch hunter and you lose one of your witches, potentially lose some of the scoring, and it gets put up for auction, essentially. you know, being able to turn an animal really helps relieve that. And it was fun too. I'd like to see more of that. So this is definitely a tentative recommend. It's hard for me to give it a full recommend, as I don't think I can. You know, while I enjoy many aspects of this game, you know, the slower arc is not something that I personally enjoy in board games. I like things that are either shorter games, if they're not going to have much arc, or something that has more of an escalation in abilities when you can do and stuff throughout the game. I just prefer that style thing better. You know, I'm not a massive negotiation fan anyways, but, you know, I thought that part worked well for multiplayer and surprisingly well for solo. The fact that solo throws in the spiders and stuff is, you know, weird. It's a little weird whenever they take a solo game and make it different from the multiplayer game in order to, instead of just allowing you to play that. But it works. It's okay. And of course, production design graphics are absolutely phenomenal. So take that as you will. You know, take a look back if you're just jumping ahead. Take a look back and watch some of the playthrough to see if the game is for you. And if you want to see me review any of the other Mind Clash games, I'll try my best to not make a total fool of myself with the rules. I do have a few of them on my shelf, including in my top 100. So take a look there. Thanks again for watching. And remember, if you can't tell she's a witch, build a bridge out of her. Which is, you know, if you catch the reference. So we'll see you next time.